So we took a trip down Route 66. So we went west from Oklahoma City into New Mexico and came back. And we did it the old fashioned way. We took going up. So I'll tell you two. Sorry, I take that back. So going up, I tried to program my GPS, Google Maps, to see if I can take the old Route 66. A lot of it is basically I-40 now. And we kept missing everything. I was like, this is not what we're supposed to do. So we started deliberately getting off the I-40, going into these towns and coming out, and then finding ourselves back on I-40 somehow. When we made it to, we stopped in Tucumcari, which is the right in as you hit New Mexico. And it is a town that it's like Radiator Springs from cars. The
Yeah.
I-40 bypassed it, and the town is just dying. But what a spirit, man! These guys were they were these motels, the old timey motels, right? There was not a single branded motel in there. Like the Blue Swallow Motel is very popular. They were booked, by the way. And
Mm.
there was a motel ahead of that called the Roadrunner Motel. So we stayed there the night, spent the night at the motel. I've It's been so long since I've had like genuine conversations with really salt of the earth people. Real conversations, not rushed. You're sitting there and you're talking and you're talking and you're talking, and they're hugging you. They're sweet to your kids, and they're having these beautiful conversations. And the town, you could see the town was like it was decaying, but there were
Mm.
these people who was trying to put up a fight. And most of the people who were traveling through were folks who were frequenting these motels and stuff, or folks whose parents, fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers, they took them down Route 66 and they were reliving that with their grandkids, right? Small restaurants. You can't imagine how cost effective they were, how great the food was, how nice the people were. But on the way back, so when we were there, one of the rooms in the motel, there was a couple who was driving Route 66. They actually were making the whole trip from Chicago to LA and back, or or were they making maybe from LA to Chicago? I'm sorry, but they had a book with them. And the book is actually written by this guy who goes down Route 66 almost a couple of times a year, and if there's any modification in there, he puts it down. So it's just like an old timey book, spiral bound. And she said, "You need to get this book and buy the latest edition." So we said, "Great." So we bought the latest edition, and we decided that we are not going to put the GPS on. We're going to follow the maps in the book. And it took us by the old Route 66. Oh, the drive was beautiful. We were not paying attention to the GPS. We got lost a couple of times. We had to backtrack, make it. And it took us to parts that we would have otherwise not gone, small towns, small cafes, had beautiful conversations. And it was it was about 560 miles one way,
Mm.
and it was the best driving experience I've had in the US thus far.
Oh, it's amazing.
But
It,
I take my car and I go drive just for the heck of driving and come back. But this was just so different.
yeah.
And what I was trying to get at essentially is the GPS was created and put in everybody's car so that you never have to get lost again. You will explore places. You'll be confident when you get there and you'll get back and all of those things. And what has it done to travel?
Yeah. Wow.
I think
No.
AI is kind of like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it may solve. Yeah, I don't know if it'll solve for cancer. It'll definitely make a PowerPoint presentation for you, and without you having to do it. But what are you leaving in the process,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, I've driven cross country 3 times. I think the last time was probably using GPS. It was very quick, but the first 2 times I used triptychs. You go to AAA and they highlight what roads you're going to take. Did we get lost? Absolutely. But think about going back and saying it's actually getting back to I'm hungry. We should start looking for a place to eat. And then you start to figure out like you're not looking at your phone to say closest food near me or restaurant near me. You're exploring and you end up then, I mean, you'll still explore, I guess, if you're looking up restaurants near you, but to truly just you're not looking at reviews, you're not looking at anything. You just show up. Some are good, some are bad, but all of it is experience.